Hey guys, so still kind of upset. One of my outside kitty cats died today, and obviously it never gets any easier. So, but that's the part of having outside cats. You can't always control what they do. You can't always control what they get into. But the best thing you can do is just try to give them the best outside life as possible. But obviously, Grandpa, is still upset. But I can't just sulk around all day. But saw this and Tomb Raider developer Crystal Dynamics announces layoffs. Um, it says just a number of employees. This has been happening more and more frequently with companies. For Crystal Dynamics, we know they've got some more Tomb Raider stuff coming up fairly soon. Um, but sometimes they'll lay people off random times. Hopefully they show something in here that'll kind of let us know. I see a tweet right over there, so maybe that'll explain more. Crystal Dynamics, one of the developers of modern Tomb Raider games, announced it had laid off a number of employees. In a social media post, actually, we'll just because it's just this is from Crystal Dynamics. This was posted March 26th, so yesterday at around 2:53 p.m. This morning, Crystal Dynamics made the difficult decision to reduce our workforce by 17 talented team members. We did not make this. They always say that, but whether or not people actually believe them. We did not make this decision lightly. Ultimately, this step was to better align our continued current business needs and studio's future success. It is not a reflection of the dedication or ability of those affected. We recognize how painful this outcome is for those impacted, and we're supporting them with transition packages and opportunity outreach. Crystal Dynamics remains committed to pushing the boundaries of making great games. This change does not alter our current project plans. So usually when you have to lay people off, it's because you're not financially able to handle everyone. You're not able to pay people or whatever the case is. But um, I'm glad that they're getting some kind of severance package, transition package, kind of plan thing going on. Um, and I hope that those people kind of, I say this all the time when it comes to these things, unless it's the higher ups who are like pushing BS and everything. The ones who were laid off were probably the ones that just went in and just tried to make the best damn game possible. So other companies will see that and be like, "Oh yeah, I heard you worked for Crystal Dynamics for this many years. We've got some openings. Why don't you come join us?" So a lot of the times, you know, it just provides better opportunity. You know, so I hope that those people do find jobs quickly and that these transition severance packages last long enough for people to find jobs. And if they are incorporating an opportunity outreach, kind of like, you know, putting the good word in and, connections and all that, hopefully that works out as well. The last major project Crystal Dynamics developed was Marvel. Well, oh, I'm so tired. Didn't get any sleep last night. Was Marvel's Avengers, which released back in September 2020 and shut down in September 2023, with the company stating after 2.5 years and introducing 12 of Earth's mightiest heroes. Following update 2.8 on March 31st, 2023, we will no longer add content or features to Marvel's Avengers. Square Enix, who published the game, admitted the game lost them money. Square Enix president and representative director Yosuke Masuda revealed that the company's 2021 annual report has unfortunately not proven as successful as we would have liked. While the new challenge that we tackled with this title produced a disappointing outcome, we are certain that the GASP approach will grow in importance as gaming becomes more service oriented. The company also had published remasters of Tomb Raider and Legacy of Kain, great game, but was criticized for adding a trigger warning to Tomb Raider Remastered 1 through 3, which stated the games in this collection contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our value as Crystal Dynamics. At Crystal Dynamics, it's like the same people who are like, "Oh, hey, yeah, this Indiana Jones game, it depicts Nazis, but we need to tell you we don't align ourselves with the Nazis." It's like, duh, they're the villains in the game. Naturally, you're not going to align yourselves with the villains. I don't know why you had to put that stupid ass trigger warning. Um, Rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form, unaltered, in the hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it. Video game Melanie Mac even called for Crystal Dynamics' parent company, Embracer Group, to shut Crystal Dynamics down after the company approved the TTRPG collaboration with Evil Hat Productions that ditched Lara Croft's Tomb Raider profession. Yeah. Now she's just like a historian. It's like, yeah, she'll go into these places and study things, but she's not going to take anything because raiding tombs and taking artifacts that belong to other people, are a big no-no, and she's not going to do that. But that was the fun part of Tomb Raider. That's the whole fun part of the idea of being a Tomb Raider. You raid tombs. I mean, just change the game's name then to like freaking Tomb Explorer then, or Tomb Historian, because Tomb Raider is clearly not the name that they need to be using in current day, since they've clearly changed Lara Croft's profession. I don't know. It's my fervent wish that Embracer Group ends up shutting this down. I don't know if they will though, because it is a partnership with Amazon going on. I don't know how that would work, but it definitely would be the dream if they shut that down, close Crystal Dynamics down, and just focus on classic remasters, and everything from there we'll see with another studio. Otherwise, it's going to happen. What is going to happen is we're going to see this woke raider in a new game. It's going to be trash. I mean, her and everyone else who says that, we're usually never wrong. We're usually on the money. A new game comes out, they change the characters, and it fails because we want Lara Croft being badass and raiding tombs. We don't want Lara Croft who has daddy issues. We don't want Lara Croft like, oh, I'm not going to take all these artifacts because that wouldn't be right. No, you're a Tomb Raider. You take them. I don't think the dead people and their ancestors are going to care. Like, seriously. As long as you don't go flaunting them around, like, who's going to know that you took them? King Tut's curse, or freaking King Ramses' curse, and all these other, like, she is in Egypt, and all these pharaohs and their curses, because, I mean, ancient Egypt loved their curses. But the curse of King Tut, Ramses' curse. Like, who? Unless you go, oh, look what I have. I've got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it? Like, who's gonna know? But the whole idea of changing her character from a Tomb Raider to someone who has, you know, just, oh, I'm gonna go study them, but I don't take anything because taking things of other cultures isn't right. The time of the announcement. Oh, wait. As for what companies company's current projects are. It was announced back in 2022 that it was working with Amazon Games on a new single-player narrative-driven adventure that continues Lara Croft's story in the Tomb Raider series. At the time of the announcement, head of studios at Crystal Dynamics, Scott Amos, said Crystal Dynamics has an extraordinary opportunity following our acquisition uh, by Embracer to redefine what a publishing relationship is for Tomb Raider. Transformative is what we're looking for. And with Amazon Games, we found a team that shares our creative vision, ambitions, and values for what a Lara Croft universe across the spectrum of possibilities. They're uniquely positioned to rewrite what publishing and development collaborations are, and we're eager to forge this new path together, starting with building the biggest and best Tomb Raider game yet. Everyone's gonna look at the Tomb Raider games and say, this one blows them out of the water. We have never seen a Tomb Raider game as big as this one. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame when people get laid off, especially if they're the ones who just go in and want to do their jobs. But no, it happens, and it's been happening frequently, more and more over the last several years. Look at Ubisoft, look at BioWare. These companies that were once titans of the industry, like, oh well, we got to lay off 100 people, and then several months goes by, oh, we got to lay off another 50 people. It's like, what? Like, maybe you guys should just create games that people want to play. Maybe you shouldn't change Lara Croft's character into something that it's not. You know, they have her as like a historian. The TV show or the Netflix show is she's daddy issues and she's crying all the time. It's like, that's not Tomb Raider. That's not Lara Croft. You know, so people are just kind of tired of this whole bastardization of popular characters. You know, don't make a Tomb Raider game if you're not going to make Lara Croft. You know, Lara Croft is supposed to be badass. She's supposed to be a strong, powerful female who can kick ass. Not, Daddy never loved me. But, like I said, I hope that the people affected kind of find something new soon. Like they say, one door closes, another one opens. So maybe this will lead to just better possibilities and better opportunities. And they'll be able to join a company or find a job that will be their, you know, not forever job, because I don't think anyone really, you know, has a forever job in mind at this time anymore. You know, this day and age. But hopefully they find a job that they can stick around with. But yeah. Yeah, Crystal Dynamics. Yet another company laying people off. It's like it's become, you know, par of the course now. You know, every couple of months, like, oh, Ubisoft laying off 50 people, Crystal Dynamics laying people off, EA, Blizzard, you know, BioWare laying people off. So, anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.